Welcome back to Reverie Under the Moonlight. We're now going into Karst City, where things are a lot worse than they are in the Grove. Now before we go any further, let's go ahead and drop down and double back a little bit for an ivory bug. These are the shopkeepers throughout the game. We can use our money stars to purchase items from them. And this one has a pretty good selection. We'll be getting the crystal seed and the fairy tier, because those are relatively cheap items and they're really useful. The crystal seed increases our attack by 50% temporarily, and the fairy tier will increase our resistance to ailments like poison or curse. We'll get into curse a little bit later. And the ring of condor, while useful for beginners who are playing the game for the first time, it's not really useful for our purposes because I pretty much know where all the secrets are. And we could probably find it for a much cheaper price down the road. So we'll save it for then. So here's one of the most common enemies we're going to run into in this game is the witch. And the witch has two types, the first one being one that shoots projectiles at you, and the second one we'll be running into a little later in the video. Unfortunately, this door is locked. Oh wells. Also, we'll be running into phantom dogs of some variety. All they really do is just lunge at you, and they're pretty easy to take out. Well, there's an odd yet familiar doorway. I wonder if there's a boss behind that. Or not. I guess we'll have to come back later. Whoa, watch out! That is the only time that's ever going to happen this entire game. And once you see it coming, you pretty much know what to do. Hey, don't spit that at me. So this is who I call the Poncho Ghost. All he really does is spit bombs at you, and once you get close, he'll try to swipe at you. But he's pretty easy to take down. And here's the second variety of witch, witches that will summon a well of energy underneath your feet, and it's really easy to dodge their attacks. And we just increased the maximum number of bellflowers we can carry. We now have up to 5 total. And the people in Karst City are not exactly in a good way. They're in very bad shape. Now we could drop down, but if you remember, there's a door that we couldn't open, and going out this way opens that door, and we unlocked a shortcut, which probably means there's a boss up ahead. So better save. Not exactly the boss I was hoping for, but it's still a boss anyways. So this is Mocha. Mocha has about 3 attacks. The first one being he can summon up a wheel of energy balls, I guess? You can swat at them with your leaf, and they will go away if you do hit them. You can also hit them with your bow, but it takes way too long just to take down one, so it's not really worth doing. And the second attack is he'll just cause some strange squares to shoot up from the ground. And there's the third attack. He will use a really big ball of energy and just shoots it towards you. And if it explodes near you and you get caught up in the gas that's left over, you can get Karst, which means you can't use any items or passive items for a while. With that said, this fight is pretty easy because you know, once he does an attack, you can just wail on him non-stop until he's down. And that is pretty much the fight with Mocha. Although there's something strange going on. Y'all feel that? Oh, I guess Mocha was a fake out. So this is Lubella. Lubella is actually a really easy boss because a lot of her moves are based on positioning. So all you have to do is just find out where you're safe and just stick to them. Here's our first attack where she'll shoot energy balls out of the ground and it'll signal you before it even shoots up, so you don't have to worry about that. The second attack is when she summons four energy balls from above in 4 fixed positions. So all you have to do is memorize where those energy balls are coming from, and you can just stand in between them and you'll be pretty much safe. And here's her last attack. She'll dive down and 8 energy balls will enter the screen, and once they blink red, they'll shoot down towards your last known position, so it'd be best for you to roll once they blink red. And that's pretty much the fight. She's kind of disappointing in a way, because she doesn't really use her limbs, despite being a really large witch. I mean, you'd imagine she'd try to grab you and crush you, but what can you do? Okay, let's switch gears back to hard mode and do a no damage run. So for Mocha, all you really have to do is just stay as far away as possible and just hit him with arrows. That's pretty much all you have to do, because you just have to meet a certain damage threshold to get the Lubella fight to go off. And if you do get damaged during this part of the fight, you will be disqualified from getting the special no damage items, so you have to maintain a no hit run throughout the entire bit. So here's a cool move that I saw while watching a speedrun. If you hit up, up, down, down, left, right, you'll actually do a secret move. It pretty much works as a one-use item, and in order to recharge that use, you have to save at a save point. And the rest of the fight is pretty easy because all you have to do is just repeat the stuff that I told you in normal mode. And that's it. It's pretty easy. And our reward for doing a no damage run is the Backman patch, which is probably the most OP item I've ever fucking seen in this video game because it's kind of ridiculous. You will find out how ridiculous it is in a little bit. Whoa, the first human that's not either crying or not a human at all. Oh, that's cool. Well, see ya. So now we have a crossroad here. We can go either up, we can go down, or we can go to the right. I'll go ahead and eliminate one of the paths by going right because it's a dead end anyway. And we got the magnet stone, which is a very useful item, especially when you're trying to grind for money. Because what it does is that any money stars that are on the ground will automatically be attracted to you, so you don't actually have to go around picking them up. Like so. Alright then, back to this. So we could go up or down. Going down would lead to a new area, and I kind of like to keep these videos contained as a whole area per video, so we'll go up instead. Oh, hell no. Alright, let's do this right this time. So, this is not exactly a boss because it doesn't have a life bar. But it's still something that's in the way anyway. So the one thing about this mini-boss is that your arrows are ineffective completely, so you can't just spam arrows at him. You're gonna have to get up close and personal with him. So his behavior pattern is he'll swipe first, then he'll take a step back, and then a step forward, and then swipe again. Then take a step back, and then a step forward, and then he will summon some swords out of the ground, and you can dodge those, and then he will repeat the process all over again. He is a very simple boss. Anyways, after activating the Backman patch, we kinda unveiled a fake wall up right there, which reveals a ivory bug. But to get to it, we have to hop on top of a invisible platform to get to it. We could go to the left, but that leads back to the entrance to Karst City, and we don't have to go back there for a while. So let's proceed to the right. Looks like a puzzle of some sort, which looks pretty easy to deal with. Although, there we go, got it. And then we just gotta shoot this one. And there we go. Now we have a stepping stone to get up to that ledge. But before we get up there, let's drop down right here for a vitality fragment. Unfortunately, that boulder does not affect either you or the witch, so it would have been cool if it did. Huh, we can expect this thing. And it's something about a box. Then I don't have a box. So we'll have to come back when we have a box. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Oh, hello. Well, I mean, that's kind of already too late. Well, see ya. I see. Tell me more about this master that's surrounded by cats. Okay, that's hardly helpful, but... Anyways, that about does it for this video. Tune in next time when we go to the Forlorn Monastery.